What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the review of the disappointing Manchester City away game at Southampton at St Mary's, which has finished 1 apiece. But first, today's video is brought to you by Surfshark. If you didn't know, Surfshark is a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network. In a sea of video content, there are lots of websites that want to take your information without you knowing. You could swim under the radar using Surfshark VPN. You could stop websites from tracking your information and selling targeted ads to you. If that wasn't enough, Surfshark allows you to travel the world with one click of your finger. For example, if you're in the UK, you can connect to the United States of America and access their market on apps such as Disney Plus and Netflix. The same applies to other countries too. Surfshark allows you to easily access and unblock streaming platforms that allows you into content libraries from all around the world. All you need to do is pick a server, connect, and then you're good to go. Surfshark is great when you are traveling, if you're on holiday or on a business trip and you wanted to connect into your country, make use of some home comforts, then Surfshark allows you to do this. No more will I miss a football game whilst I'm on my travels. So if you want more protection and freedom online, click the link in my description, which not only gives you a mesmerizing 83% off, but also 3 months of service, which is completely free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there are no risks. Go and surf with your own rules. The link is in my description. So let's crack on with the talking points. I'm going to just try something a little bit new. I'm just going to do my summary. Now, first, Salisu at the back for Southampton was exceptional. James Ward's ability from set pieces are incredible. His corners were fantastic, and it's so difficult for Manchester City to deal with. I thought Stuart Armstrong should have been sent off for his stamp. I didn't think it was a penalty on Manchester City that went to VAR. I thought the 2 offside calls for Southampton, one for the disallowed goal and one for their penalty that they should have had, I thought they were both the correct calls, and I think 1-1 is probably a fair result for this game, and I think both teams are guilty here of not putting their opportunities away, which, fine margins, both sides hit the post just a couple of inches. The other side of the post could well be hitting the inside of the post and causing both teams problems there. And so, like I said, I thought this was a fairly fair result here, but when Manchester City, who want to win the Premier League, want to maintain our winning momentum that we had, our ambition is to win every single game. So regardless of who we're playing, we could be playing Newcastle sitting in 19th away from home, we could be playing Liverpool sitting in 2nd away from home, we could be playing Paris Saint-Germain away from home in the Champions League. Anything but a victory and we're left disappointed. So I thought Southampton defended well. They had a really good system in place. Their formation was brilliant. Their plan was executed near enough to perfection, and I thought that Kyle Walker-Peters' goal was an outstanding goal with a brilliant finish as well. So I have every bit of respect there for Southampton. They've given us a really good game at the Etihad Stadium. We found it difficult to break them down. They took a point from us that day. They've taken a point from us again here. And like I said, both teams could maybe have had the 3 points there if they were both showing their clinical touch. And in the end, it's another point apiece, and Southampton just quite a very frustrating team for us to face. So I'm happy that we don't have to play them again in the Premier League, if I'm completely honest. But this is a disappointing result. It's disappointing to head into the winter break with a 2-week break now. I mean, we're not playing a game for, 17, 18 days now in the Premier League, and we've got to sit back and reflect on what's been a fairly disappointing result for us. So that isn't ideal. But we're going to break down why that was and why Manchester City didn't win this game and why Southampton didn't end up winning this game. And it all came about, like I said, from executing the game plan so well. I was expecting Southampton to sit deep and have 10 men behind the ball, much like what they did at the Etihad Stadium, and not a bit of it. They came forward and got a goal after 7 minutes. City always look to try and get the opening goal of the game. They're always looking to try and score in the first phase of the game, the first 10, first 15 minutes, and it was Southampton that did that. Nathan Redmond getting himself an assist with playing the ball back, and there was Kyle Walker-Peters breaking forward and getting a really good finish on his right foot with the outside of his foot. There's only one place that ball can go, and that's into the back of the net. It was a striker's finish, a striker that scores 20, 25 goals, an outstanding finish by Kyle Walker-Peters. I was very impressed with Kyle Walker-Peters in this game, but I can say City could have closed down and could have done this, they could have put an interception in there, they could have done a tactical foul here or there, but at the end of the day I thought it was a very good finish, and yeah, fair credit there to Southampton. However, my problem with this goal was cast your minds back to a minute before that goal happens. Southampton get the ball back, and how does Southampton get the ball back? Because it was a really poor pass. Raheem Sterling, Kyle Walker had done a really good overlap. Sterling gets that pass right. Not only is Kyle Walker getting the ball and he's in and around the Southampton defence, it's not just in a crossing position, he's at a really good angle to go on and have a shot. Fairly similar to the angle that Kyle Walker-Peters has that he scored from, apart from it had been a very acute angle that Kyle Walker could have just worked the ball across the keeper. I'm not saying Kyle Walker would have put it into the back of the net, but Southampton wouldn't have been in that position where they'd have scored that goal, and City were just guilty of just not connecting it up. It just didn't, in that first half, wasn't connecting at all in the final third, to a point where City made over 400 passes in the first half, yet a lot of the passing, even though it was at 93% pass completion rate, and that dropped down to 90% by the end of the game, it was so high because City were working it sideways and backwards because they didn't know what to do. By the time we'd got to half-time, we'd had 20 crosses attempted into the Southampton area, and just one of them connected. It was really poor. It was like City didn't know what to do. They didn't have a solution to Southampton, and was facing the prospect where we didn't score past them at the Etihad Stadium. We've gone a whole half at St Mary's where we haven't scored past them, and Southampton had the lead, and it was difficult. It was really difficult for Manchester City, and yeah, fair credit to Southampton. I thought City were a lot better in the second half. We wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we was better in the second half, and thankfully we did manage to get that goal. Kevin De Bruyne, set piece, manages to get a ball in, and Aymeric Laporte there, onside, managed to get a good head into the back of the net with a good goal there for Aymeric Laporte to make it one apiece, and that is the point apiece for both sides. Now, the talking points for this game: Southampton, goal disallowed. VAR had a look at it. The offside flag went up as the original decision. That was the correct decision. Next, the penalty on Borja, is that how you say his name? Borja, I'm not too sure how you say his name, but yeah, good finish on that disallowed goal. And then Ederson, what was Ederson doing? Rushing out, bringing him down, making contact with his foot. Penalty, but he is offside again, so the correct decision was made. Went into the second half where the key decisions was with Manchester City. VAR had a good long hard look. It was probably a 2-minute VAR check, having a look at a Manchester City potential penalty. For the referee didn't give a foul. It was a concrete foul. Didn't give a free kick, didn't give a penalty, said it wasn't a free kick, it wasn't a foul committed by Southampton. VAR said it was a foul committed, it was just about where it was. It was on the line of the penalty area, maybe just a smidgen outside of the penalty area, and so it should have been a free kick to Manchester City, which VAR can't overturn a decision to give a free kick only for a penalty, because it wasn't in the penalty area, a penalty wasn't given. So I thought the correct decision was made there. So that's 3 decisions where the correct decisions were made, but I thought the only wrong decision came, and people will accuse me of wearing blue tinted glasses here with Manchester City, but I just thought that Stuart Armstrong on his challenge on Aymeric Laporte was late. He didn't get the ball, his foot was over the top of the ball, and it was a stamp dragged down onto his thigh. I thought it was one of the more concrete red cards that I've seen this season, and not so much the referee not giving it, even though the referee was in a great position, and I thought the referee didn't have a very good game, but I'm not using that as an excuse, by the way, but I didn't think he had a very good game. I thought this was a red card, and it was a very obvious red card, but VAR's in position to overturn that, and maybe they deemed it wasn't clear and obvious because the referees had a full viewing of it, but I thought it was a red card. It was a stamp. I don't really get how that wasn't a red card. Maybe someone can let me know in the chat, but I'm not sure. But I thought the wrong decision was made there. I'm not too sure it'd have had an implication on the result. I'm just on about in terms of the game itself. But like I said, the opportunities came from Kevin De Bruyne hitting the outside of the post, Borja hitting the outside of the post, and then the rebound from Bednarek slicing it wide. These are key opportunities that neither team showed their clinical touch in front of goal. Yes, both sides have got a goal apiece in this game, but both sides could have had more and probably should have had more. And when Manchester City go behind, we're always up against it, and that's what City need to be working so hard to prevent from going behind. It's only the third goal we've conceded in the first half this season, so maybe it's just a blip and it's nothing that we don't need to worry about. But the key point to this game, and whether I can say whether this is a good point for Manchester City or not, comes about what Liverpool do this weekend in their tricky away match against Crystal Palace, which isn't an easy game for them either, and considering they've not got Mane or Salah, there's every possibility they could drop points as well. But they will use this as motivation now. They're thinking, at last we've got a chance here to make some gains on Manchester City. As it is, we're 12 points clear of Liverpool, a win for Liverpool, and that goes to 9 points with them having a game in hand, and if they win that, or ifs and buts, but that drops down to 6 points. So this title, anything but done, and that's why we're not. It's so key here that we don't get carried away when it comes to trying to win the Premier League title. You need to take it a game at a time, and the title is not won until it's mathematically done. And with us dropping points, there's a chance here for Liverpool to make some gains on us, and like I said, they'll use that as motivation. What I will say for Liverpool, if they do want to try and launch a serious title bid with Manchester City, Liverpool do need to win tomorrow in their game against Crystal Palace away from home. So yeah, my analysis of this game, City need to just stop crossing the ball, need to be more direct. I thought we were better once Gabriel Jesus came on. I thought Raheem Sterling, there's lots of Raheem Sterling bashing going on out there, but Raheem Sterling, for the large majority of our winning streak that we've had in the Premier League, has been outstanding for us, and so he's not had a great game. I didn't think quite a few of our players didn't have great games. I didn't think Cancelo had his greatest game. I didn't think Phil Foden had his greatest game. I didn't think Jack Grealish had his greatest game for Manchester City either. Bernardo Silva didn't link up too well with Manchester City in this game, and this is all so important for us as to why the result has come about and why we have dropped points in this game. But it all depends on how you want to look at it, and I like to be positive, and I think this is a point game for City. This is a game we could so easily have lost, but we've got a point, and that point could be crucial come the end of the season. We've showed the spirit, we've showed the character that we've got enough about us to be able to dig deep and get points when like I said, it could easily have been 3 points dropped rather than maybe 2 points dropped. So yeah, last but not least, let's speak about that moment with Raheem Sterling. I'm still not sure how he managed to miss that, if I'm completely honest. The whole goal to aim at and just hits it into the goalkeeper's legs there. I don't think Raheem Sterling was fully aware that he had more time than he did. He could have dummied it, could have gone across the goal, could have done anything. I think Raheem Sterling's just seen the opportunity and just put his foot through it. And so yeah, my improvements for City, like I said, if they're going to go for crosses, improve on your crossing, and when them opportunities come about in front of goal, go and put it into the back of the net. But I'm not going to bash a player because they've not scored their opportunity when they have scored other opportunities. What I will, though, is move towards a suggestion of where I always say this, but we've not got that clinical striker in front of goal, and if you want to be putting crosses in, well, you need a nice, tall, physical striker out there to be on the end of them crosses. And if you wanted to score goals, you want your clinical, physical striker in the right place at the right time to tuck them balls into the back of the net. We haven't got it. City, we're like a jigsaw puzzle. We're very nearly complete. We're not quite there. We're extremely good. We know we're extremely good, and we know we can get even better, and that even better is a striker, and that striker maybe could have been the difference between us picking a point up today and maybe picking up 3. But there's lots of lessons to be learned here. There's lots for City to think about going forward, and like I said, this Premier League title is not done, and I think this is a good reality check for everybody out there that thought that maybe this is done. It isn't done. There's always opportunities for Manchester City to drop points. 1 or 2 games come about, you drop points, and all of a sudden a big points tally then becomes achievable to be got from another team. So we need to be making sure we are on it for the next time we play in the Premier League, which is a match against Brentford in 2.5 weeks' time at the Etihad Stadium. There we go. They're my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for you guys to look forward to. Doing plenty of Manchester City content as well, so if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. 22k subscribers, that's the aim by the end of January. Less than 300 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. interested. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below, and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave your thoughts, like I said, in the comments below. What did you think could have been improved by Manchester City in this match? And lastly, big shout out to today's video sponsor, Surfshark. If you want to go and have an exclusive VPN with a brilliant brand like Surfshark VPN, then go and make use of my code JSGC. Get yourself 83% off, as well as 3 months free. Well worth having if you haven't got it already. And like I said, if you're looking for a VPN, go and make use of that. All details there in the description. Just go and press the link. That'll take you straight to the discounted price, and you can go and enjoy the, well, luxuries of access to lots of content from around the world and many other perks as well. Anyway, I'll see you all again very soon for the next Manchester City video. I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.